Daily Davinci, June 29th, 2023. Take one. Hello, everybody. Live and unscripted. Wait, what? This is scripted, I do believe. Okay, take two. Hello, everybody. Live and somewhat scripted. L&K Productions bring you Davinci by Ken Vichy. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I'm going to stop that. And then I'm going to, you see things already over here on the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my playhead over here. Earlier yesterday, which is earlier today, I did a thing live, unrehearsed and unscripted, and nothing was going the way it should go. Nothing was working, and it really disturbed me. So I went over and I grabbed some media, and then I went over and I grabbed some text. I know some of you are saying there's no text, there's text. And I grabbed a picture and I rotoscoped. I've been calling it Robo. It's actually Roto, R-O-T-O scope. Mrs. K and I out a little bit better. Believe it or not, this is about my best attempt at rotoscoping, and I did it a somewhat interesting way. But I still see a little black every now and then. And our heads, because of the way I took the picture, are not going to ever be perfect because it's just a horrible picture. And I can show you that by going over here, and I think it's this one, and we'll grab that and bring it down here, and then we'll close the media pool. And then if we shrink this down, you can see that Mrs. K's head's cut off, and there's nothing I can do about that. It's just how the picture was taken. So I got it from that to that, and when I rotoscoped it out this time, what I did was I went in here, and I don't necessarily need the gallery running right now, so I went in here and added my alpha output so I could see what I'm doing. And then I've been messing around with this one right here, which puts a box around everything. And you can move the box, and you can do whatever, but I like to start about right in here. And then you just simply grab the points and you move them where you want. So I'm going to grab that point there. I'm going to grab that point, that point, that point, that point, and I'm creating points as I go along, obviously. And I'm going to shrink this down a little bit. And then, again, this is where my head's not too bad, but Mrs. K is just not, if I go above it, it looks terrible. So that's the basic gist of it. And then I literally sat here and I went in and I grabbed the line and I tried to go into a little bit of that which was being the blackness, or the black lines, the background, just to get rid of the black background. And this took me a minute. This actually did take a minute to do. You can imagine in cases like this, this is just really, really interesting to do, because you're literally just messing this around, or not messing, but you're moving it around, trying to get rid of this black line. On some of your longer things like this was a little harder to do. Still, to me, even if I come into here, it still has the black line. So that's what I did. Now, the difference between using this, and if I turn this off, you can actually see, if you watch right down into there, you can actually see that roto scopes out this. So this is bad. I need to bring that to about right there, and then that needs to go about right there, and then that needs to go about right there. And then when we bring that out, Well, that's not too bad, but there's still a little bit of black line. So what I've been doing is instead of doing this, I mean, I'm doing this as opposed to doing this, which is the same thing. You're just doing it line. You're doing it bit by bit by bit by bit, piece by piece, whatever you want to call it. And then you can come in here and, oh, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, because I went from this point down to there. That's what happened. I want to grab, I actually don't want to do that. I want to go ahead and pretend like I've got this all the way done and connected. Now the reason, if I don't, I can't, now I can go in here and I can move these points around. Same thing. I can go up here and change this and this and that. And I couldn't do it a while ago because it wasn't a closed circuit. And you can change your, you can see here, you can get your curves a little bit better this way. I can bring this down. Maybe I should attempt to do that here on some of these circular things. I really don't know. I'm just experimenting. Again, you guys know I'm still learning this. I'm not sure why I can't grab the handle. Now, all this is I can rotate the mask, okay? That's all that is. Pretty cool, actually. So I'm going to go right there. That looks to be about right. So I'm going to pause this. I do have the ability to pause it. And it kicked back to Disney. Did Control Z kick that back to... Okay, so I'm going to Control Z1. Oh, Control Z is a hotkey. Okay. Da-da, 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 da-da. So let me go into settings. Can I bring the settings over here? I sure can. So I figured that out. That was confusing. So if I go in here to hotkeys and I go down and I look through my hotkeys, and we're going to see I have Control Alt and P to start my advanced scene switcher. And then apparently somewhere in here, I'm going to have another one down here somewhere for switching this Control Z. Ah, that makes so much sense now. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to highlight it, delete it. Well, apparently I'm not. Do you have to highlight this? How does this work? Okay, now it's gone. I would have thought this would have done it, but apparently it's this X remove. I don't know. I'm going to apply it. I'm going to hit this. Now, if I go in there and do something stupid and Control Z, there we go. Not to Disney. So that problem is solved. Wow, I hadn't planned on figuring that out, but I did. So that's how I did this. This is how I got to this point right here. And really, I just need to get better at my green screen photography. And then I need to go in and there's a black line right there and a little bit of a black line right there. And I need to learn the blurring. There's some black lines right there. So anyway, to move on. I know that I have done putting text in the background. I know I have done that. I just couldn't remember how to do it. And basically, if I scroll through this, it's got some text. It says me and Mrs. K, Mrs. K, Mrs. K, Mrs. K. We got a thing going on. Her idea, not mine. The singing was my idea. So I thought I'd pause this. I didn't. So that's that. And then it's in the background. Now I know it's in the background because it's behind Mrs. K and I. And if I move Mrs. K and I out of the way and I put the text in there and I put Mrs. K and I underneath it, now it's in the foreground. And if I move it again, put Mrs. K there and put this there and put this here, then again, if we scroll through here, now it's not showing up at all because this is a dominant picture, as is this is the dominant picture. So the order that it goes in makes a huge difference. So we're going to put that back into there. And hopefully this doesn't, yeah, see there it shows like it should. And I knew that I knew how to do that. I just, sometimes when I'm live, I get a little confused and I get a little frustrated, but I knew that I knew how to do it. She wanted the black text, and I'm going to go ahead and bring the tracking down just a little bit. I just tracked that out. If I double click the word tracking right here, then that's what it looks like. But I wanted to track it out initially how I was planning on doing it. And then you can change the size like this. And then I actually did use the fusion right here to do this. Now I could go in there and rekey this and make it do all kind of wonky things, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to Control Z that to put it back where it was at. I'm going to turn this off. All kind of sweet little cute little nice little shortcuts on this. It's just wonderful. I kind of wanted to clarify that a little bit. Felt bad. I really did feel bad. I mean, I'm trying to show you guys things I've learned and am learning and whatnot, and then I can't even do it. So that's just horrible. I realized earlier today that most of my subscribers are not for Davinci, and that's fine. Most of them are for the nightly show, which is great. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. We have a good community established. We have a good community building. We have great knowledge in that community. The willingness to help people out that sometimes cry wolf over and over and over again is just, it's overwhelming. It really is fantastic. And I want to continue to bring people in that are going to help people in the community and willing to reach out to the community, bend over backwards to help people in the community, as well as other people. I have no doubt that if I were to say, hey, I have a friend of mine that's in dire need, whatever, can we chip in and help out? I'm pretty sure they all would say yes. Let's do whatever needs to be done to help said person out. This is not about that. This is about Davinci Resolve. So, wow, 2 things were accomplished. Now you just seen that pop in because I have this set to save like every 2 minutes, which is ridiculous. But at least it's being saved. I still have not figured out why on certain projects it only brings in a sliver of the media pool. So if I come up here and I go grab media, and I'll bring in some music. Let's say I want to add, well, I can't do that because let's say I want to bring in, let's just pick on Alex some more. I'll bring in Alex, and we'll bring Alex in over here. And then obviously Alex is going to, I know this will be hard to believe, but Alex is going to dominate the picture because he's on top. So to make that, I can change this one of 2 ways or 3 ways. I could go in and rotoscope it out, or I could just zoom him down, and then I could enable the fusion, make sure I'm on him, enable, no, for some reason now fusion is not enabling here, but that's fine. I can go to transform, and I can move this anywhere I want. So I can put him down here in the corner. I ought to be able to do that with fusion, but I can't. And if you were to watch the anchor points up here, if I turn this back on and I grab him, you can see the positioning is changing, and that's cool. So now I can grab this dot and shrink him down a little bit like that. And he is, because he's not rotoscoped out, you got all this stuff here. Now I could do a real haphazardly, and I didn't intend for this to be rotoscope at all, but I could go in there and, oh wow, where's he at? That's interesting. Let's go find Alex. Let's bring Alex back to normal. Now let's go in and roto, there he is. So it's a little big. I'm shrinking him down a little bit. And lately I've been adding the alpha node first so that I can see the work that I'm doing. I'll go ahead and grab this, and I'm going to center it and bring him down. I'm going to center it right there. And I'm just going to real quickly grab this and rotoscope it out. I don't intend on keeping this project, so it doesn't really matter how good or bad this is. And it's probably going to be really bad. Now I'm going to bring this one in to here so I can bring this one in as well. And that solved that. And I'm just going to bring this one down to there. Bring this one over to here. Here. Oops, I want that one there. Grab the line right there. Grab the line right there. Now again, I said I was going to do the haphazard thing, which I am seriously going to do that. Bring that to there. Bring this up to about right there. And that's going to be that. If I unscope this, it's there. If I reconnect it, it's there. If I come back over here and bring Alex back into the picture, then he's right there. Obviously, I don't want, much to Alex's chagrin, I do not want him taking over this. I'm going to include him. We're going to bring him back down here. And then we're going to go into Fusion with the Fusion overlay. And again, I should be able to do that. I don't know why I can't. I'll have to look into that. But I can move him just like this. I can also change his. I want that right there. That looks pretty good. Turn that off. We're good to go. So now when I play this, because there's text in there, then, and it's on a scroll. Well, it's not actually on a scroll. It's been keyframed. I just keyframed it to make that work. And there is that. So if I wanted to, I could come in here to the text, which brings my text up over here. And I could go in here and go ... and Alex cheek. Now, if I play that, I don't know if that's going to work or not. It should. I mean, all you're doing is adding to what already exists. So we play this, and it scrolls through, and it should say space, 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 and of course, and Alex cheek. Now, if I wanted to show emphasis on Alex's color, then I can come in here to this. I can right click this. I can do character level styling right here. I can go into, I believe, the Fusion page, and that's not it. Go back to there. I do know how to do this. Go into effects. There we go. Then I go to modifiers. Now I should be able to change just these colors right here by changing, of course that's not going to work. Okay, I'm on character level styling. I'm on modifiers. I've got Alex highlighted. I want to change the color, and of course it's not going to work. So let's figure out why that's not going to work. That's correct. Interesting. Can I change the size? Oh yeah, I can change the size. Size to go back to normal. Well, whatever the size was. But I'm more wanting to change. Oh, you know what? I remember now. So this is something really interesting that took me a while to figure out. So I'm so used to changing the color, but going here and going, oh look, you can change the color. To change this color first, you have to change the basic color first. And of course that didn't work. All right, now I'm confused. Good thing I'm recording this. I can edit all this out, make it look like I know what I'm doing. What's going on? Text. I'm going to do it a different way. It's the same thing. It really is the same thing. Because Alex is highlighted. I want to change, right click, character level styling, modifiers, Character level styling is on. I want to change those words right there. I want to change the size. I can change the size. So it does tell me character level styling is somewhat working, but I want to seriously change the color of Alex. Can I change the font? Oh, look, I can change the font, but it's also changing. It's also affecting the word and, which makes sense because that's what it should do. So I should be able to now come in here and mess with the color, but I can't. Even when I change it here, I can't. And I'm not sure why. Now that's showing custom color of red. Go white. No. Okay. Now this is weird. Um, turn. Yeah, whatever. Turn that off. Turn off path. Turn that off. Turn that on. Got on modifiers. I do have, well, I've got 3 of them. So maybe I'm on the wrong, you know what? I'm probably on the wrong one. So let me go figure this out. Let me get out of there. Let me turn off character level styling. Turn that one off. And can I, let me, okay, so can I delete this? How do I delete this? Reset? Nope, that just resets it. Right click, settings, delete. There we go. Right click, settings, delete. There we go. Open up our settings here. Open up our thing here. Oh, now that's not going to work because I forgot to select Alex Cheek. So I want to be on modifiers. I want to make sure I'm on, you know what? I'm going to delete this one too. I'm just going to kind of start this over again. All right, so I'm going to go back over to here. Did I get rid of that? I did get rid of that. So Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Put this back over here. Control Z, Control Z. Okay, I've lost the text. That's interesting. It's should have started a clock when I did this. I'm not going to pause it. I'm not going to go figure this out. I'm going to work my way through this and try to figure out what I have done. I was in here. Okay, so it's still there. That's good. Path 1 is still there. I don't need path 1. I do want to, I want to be on, okay, settings, no. Control, no. Path 1. Figure out where they're at. I don't see them, so that's not what I want. That should have gotten rid of all of the text. There we go. Text is there. And it showed the text being there a while ago, didn't it? I thought it did. Maybe not. Since I did away with that, so Control Z, Control Z, Control. I'm going to Control Z this for a minute and see. There we go. Got the text back. But I don't have it showing up over here, but I got it back over here. So that's a good thing. So now I want to click on modifiers, character level styling. Now I'm back to having all these again. Now where's this at? Is it in there somewhere? Let's see if it's back over here. It is, but it's not. That's crazy. That's there, and now this is not showing up. All right, interesting. I know it's done I know that it's done over here. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. I want to be there. I want to be on this. I want to open Infusion. I want to right click, go to modifiers. I want to highlight some of this stuff. Clear all character level styling. That's what I want to do. So if I delete that, that makes it go away. If I click on that, I don't have anything. There's no text. So I want to Control Z to bring back my third one. I want to get rid of this one. But that gets rid of the, so I want to Control Z that again. All right, you know what? I'm going to do this a different way. I'm going to go ahead and actually get rid of this. No, I don't want to get rid of that though. But I do want to get rid of that because I want to figure out why in the world all right. So I want me and Mrs. K and Alex Cheek. I want to copy that. Oh, clearly I can't copy that. That's kind of cool. So Control C. See if that's copied. Bring a text node down. Go to this text node. Do a Control V. And that's, there we go. That works. Okay, so that's cool. So now I want to get rid of, well, actually I want to work with this. And I want to right click, character level styling, go into modifiers. I'm going to connect this to that. Actually, I don't care about that. I want to connect this to that. There we go. The reason I did that is I now want to move this up until I get to there. I'm on modifiers. I'm on Alex Cheek. I want to highlight Alex. He's highlighted. I want to come into the color. I want to change the color. So that's crazy. I couldn't do that a while ago. And Alex's favorite color is like whatever, forward green. Now, does that change this? And then if I play this, if I go through to the beginning and I scroll through here, now there's no, now there's no, um, there's no, no movement on the text. So I'm gonna turn that off. And then if I play through this, it's right there. So I got to redo the text, which is easy. On my text, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to go to Fusion Overlay. And then I'm going to take us back to the beginning. Go grab my little thing. That's not what I want. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to scroll it down. I'm going to go into layout. I'm going to, it's already keyframe, so it should play. It's not going to. So we're going to go back to the beginning. Go back to text. We're going to clear the keyframes. We're going to set a keyframe with that right there. That's where we want it to start. So we'll set a keyframe there. We'll go to the end. I'll bring this down so I can see this, and we'll keyframe this up. And that takes care of that. Take it back to the beginning. Bring this down. Turn off that. If I hit play now, okay, this is not, okay, so I set a keyframe. All right, watch this nonsense. So since this is clearly not doing what I want it to do, I'm just gonna start over. I'm gonna go grab me a text plus node. I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna highlight the text plus node. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to Control V, and that puts everything I want in there. And now I'm going to mess with this. Now, can I open this in the Fusion page? New Fusion clip, copy, remove, open in Fusion page. I want to open, oh, this is wonderful, but it's a template now. And I think that's where the issue was running into. So I'm going to right click, character level, modify, highlight Alex, go to the color, and change the color. Sweet. I'm going to hit OK. Then I'm going to now highlight all of this, change the color to black. I don't need to move it because I can see it. And that's that. I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to change this. And just to be funny, I'm actually going to do the A, and we're going to go with red. And I'm going to do the D, and we're going to go with blue, so that we have the patriotic Alex cheek in this. I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to see if that does what it's supposed to do, and it does. That's fine. Now I'm going to open up Fusion, and I'm going to verify I have that open by moving this, and I do. So I'm going to go to Layout. I'm going to grab this at the beginning. I'm going to bring this down here off the screen. I'm going to set a keyframe. I'm going to go to the end over here. I'm going to go find this. I'm going to take this straight up, trying to keep it as straight as I can. And it's gone. Keyframe should have automatically set, but it looks like it did not. We'll find out. We'll turn off the keyframe so the green line goes away. I'll bring this back over here. I hit play, and it scrolls, and it's in the background, and it's black, and it's red, white, and blue, and green. So there you go. That's cool. My mind is at ease. That took about 45 minutes for me to really figure out. Now, you're probably wondering why this is all black and this is there. That's because all this stuff ran out. If you look, it looks like they're all even. They're not. I just need to I need to even them up a little bit. No big deal. It's just tutorial anyway. So I did the scroll to be funny in the beginning. So let's just say I wanted to highlight this, press the Alt button, press this under there, and extend it a little bit. Go back to the beginning. Bring this over here, right here. Grab all this. Bring it over here. Now it's not marrying up for some reason, and I'm not sure why, but there's a setting off. So I'm gonna, now I could take this and get it out of the way. And since it's the same background, I could do this right here. I could play this from the beginning. Hello everybody, live and unscripted. Wait, what? This is scripted, I do believe. Okay, take two. Hello everybody, live and somewhat scripted. L&K Productions bring to you Davinci by Ken Vinci. Yuck, yuck, yuck. And then it'll go straight into what I just did with the scroll, and the background never changes. It's just a common sense if you think about it. So I'm getting ready to do something for the birthday boy. I can't mention his name, but I will give you a hint. today on the 28th. So, but this is going to be on the 29th, but I'm getting ready to do that. Now that's going to play that again because as long as there's media out here for this to go find, it'll go find it. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And that is that. I don't think I need to render this, but just to be safe, because I am recording it in OBS, I am going to go ahead and render it. And we'll go to the deliver, the render, the make it workable page, whatever you want to call it. It's actually called the deliver. I call it rendering. And we're going to call this, I don't know, figured out how to ... I don't know. Browse where I want to put it. Obviously the D drive, obviously Davinci, obviously a completed project. And let's go with something down here. Put it in test, maybe. Sure, let's put it in test. And save it. Add to the queue. Change it to MP4. Render all. And 7 seconds for all that to render. So little things it renders pretty doggone quick. Other things it does not. So that's done. I'm going to go ahead and save the project and call it in figures things out. Catchy little save. I know it's saved. When that switches, I can turn that off. I can go to Davinci and go into wherever I put it, which was test. I know it's there because I've seen it. I play it, and there it is. So that's cool. Except, oh, I didn't change that one. That's right. Okay, that's correct. I did not change the color of that text. I changed the color of this text. Now, I thought about being cute with this and going in there and putting maybe Bobby Warren on that bridge over there in the background, but I decided not to. So that'll conclude this. I'm going to bring it up in Davinci, edit it, render it, get it uploaded for a premiere tomorrow on today, the 29th of June. Thank you for watching. Everybody have a great afternoon. I'll see you tonight at 9 o'clock.